You're watching SLU-TV. Now, Maggie Szewczyk, Sharee Brown, John Castelli, lead forecaster Ashley Colgin, forecaster Rebecca Callahan, and sports director Stephanie Wilga. This is SLU News 22.
I'm Maggie Szewczyk.
And I'm John Castelli. Thanks for joining us.
Tonight, find out what measures some SLU students are taking to make the campus a smoke-free one.
And Ralph Nader came to SLU to speak to students about not wasting their 20s. We'll have more on that story a little bit later in the newscast.
And the weather's cooling down, but will it last? The Billiken Forecast Center has your answers.
But first, here's tonight's top story. Campus safety has been an ongoing issue here at SLU, and with the recent U.S. Bank robbery, we wanted to find out how safe students felt on campus. Candice Naranjo has more on that.
At 11:15 a.m. yesterday, Tuesday morning, November 13th, U.S. Bank in the Bush Student Center was robbed by an unknown suspect who did not display an arm. Nobody was harmed, but the suspect did get away, and it said he headed towards this road, towards the Olive Compton garage, where a getaway vehicle was waiting for him. Fortunately, nobody was hurt during the incident. However, DPS does advise that you be extra cautious around campus, and if you note anything suspicious, to please call DPS at 314-977-3000. For SLU News 22, I'm Candice Naranjo.
With the 2008 presidential election less than a year away and the Iowa caucuses less than 2 months away, it's an exciting time in U.S. politics. Being that there is an almost infinite number of ways to campaign to potential voters, especially with the popularity of the internet, presidential candidates are everywhere. This election is a unique one for a couple of reasons. For one, this might be the first time in U.S. history that an African American or female will be elected president. And this election is also unique because for the first time since 1952, a sitting president or vice president will not be a candidate for nomination of either major party. The Republican presidential candidates include Mike Huckabee, Duncan Hunter, Ron Paul, Mitt Romney, and Tom Tancredo, with the three frontrunners being Rudy Giuliani, Fred Thompson, and John McCain. The Democratic presidential candidates include Bill Richardson, Dennis Kucinich, Christopher Dodd, Mike Gravel, and Joe Biden, with frontrunners Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama, and John Edwards. In 2008, only 2 of these candidates, one from each party, that voters feel have the right mix of experience, ability, leadership, and luck, will emerge from the long campaign as their party's nominee. But for now, it's a pretty crowded race. The challenge voters face is to be able to look past the rhetoric and negative advertisements and determine who's the most qualified to lead the United States for the next 4 years. If you'd like to get more involved and learn about the presidential elections, St. Louis University has clubs for both college Republicans and college Democrats, both of which have websites that you can check out.
Well, joining us now is forecaster Mary Fester. And Mary, it got pretty darn cold last night.
Mary, the whole walk home from my classes, I was shivering. What's the weekend to be like in weather?
Well, it's going to be cold again tonight, guys, unfortunately. So we're going to get a little bit of a taste of winter weather for now. But over Thanksgiving break, we'll see temperatures moderate. And for your Thanksgiving Day forecast, we'll have a high of about 51 degrees, mostly cloudy skies, and a chance of rain with a low of 39 degrees. Looking at our surface analysis, you can see this low pressure system sitting in the northeastern United States. That'll be moving its way further east and offshore later today. That cold front draping behind it is what's bringing us this little blast of cold air, and a high pressure sitting behind it is going to keep our winds coming down from the north. Looking at our regional temperatures for tonight, you can see a nice temperature gradient set up across Missouri and Illinois. We see temperatures in about the 30s for Missouri and up into the upper 20s for Illinois. Tonight we'll have a low of right at freezing, 32 degrees, so it's going to be really chilly, but we'll have clear skies and a northwest wind. For your 3-day forecast for the weekend, it's going to be pretty nice. No rain in sight for now anyway. 58 degrees for your high tomorrow, 59 for Saturday. 54 on Sunday with partly cloudy skies and lows in the upper 40s to mid-40s.
Thanks, Mary. Coming up after the break, we'll have your health report.
And find out what some SLU students are doing to make it a smoke-free campus. Stick around.
Welcome back to SLU News 22. Well, today marks the 31st annual Great American Smokeout. Created by the American Cancer Society, its aim is to help more than 43.5 million U.S. smokers quit. With the help of new prescription drugs as well as over-the-counters and behavioral therapy, it can be less agonizing to avoid the 50% chance of dying due to disease caused by smoking. One method that the CDC suggests the public employ is the creation of smoke-free environments like those in place and being proposed here at SLU. If you're interested in getting more information on how to stop smoking, you can visit smokefree.gov or you can call a toll-free number 1-800-QUIT-NOW. Well, from smoking to obesity, yesterday was the World Diabetes Day. The focus this year is on the rapidly increasing rate of obesity that's causing type 2 diabetes to become ever more prevalent in children and teens. Type 2 diabetes is normally seen in adults over 45. So with the 1 in 523 people under 20 diagnosed with diabetes, the National Diabetes Education Program is issuing a new series to encourage young people to be more active, eat healthier, and take better care of managing blood glucose levels. All these resources are available at yourdiabetesinfo.org. And one final note to pass along, the allergy and sinus congestion drug Zyrtec-D is now available without a prescription. However, you will need to ask your pharmacist for it because it does contain pseudoephedrine.
Well, John, going along with the first part of your story, some SLU students are fed up with smoking, too, and they're trying to get rid of it on campus. So DeMond O'Neill has more on that report. Well, I'm glad to see some students at least are working towards a change, because I, for one, am tired of walking through a cloud of smoke every time I walk into a building.
Well, I would have to agree with you, Maggie, and I am hoping that that measure would pass.
Me too.
Well, after the break, we'll have your complete 5-day forecast.
See you back right here in a few.
Well, it's time for your forecast, and with us now is Becca Callahan from the Billiken Forecast Center.
Nice to see you, Becca. Now, Mary told us it was going to be pretty cold this week. Is that right?
Yeah, it's still going to remain cold for this week, so you're still going to have to keep your sweaters and everything around. It will warm up by the end of the week, but for now we've got a cold night ahead of us, and that's going to continue for the rest of the week. And today we had a high of 47 degrees and a low of 43, which happened actually really early this morning. And our normals are 54 and 37. We had a record of 81, and that was like in 1917, so we don't have to worry about any of that. We're a little bit low on our precipitation. We're almost down 7 inches here for the year to date, and so hopefully we'll get some more rain, but this week is not going to be the week that does it. So currently right now it's 42 degrees, and what is this number in parentheses, you might ask? Well, that's wind chill. For the first time this year, we have a wind chill, 35 degrees. So it's a little chilly outside. The wind out of the west at 13 gusting to 25 is going to bring that wind chill to be so cold. So partly cloudy, pressure is rising because we have a huge high pressure system which is diving in from the north right here, and that's what's causing our pressure to rise and our temperatures to fall. Down here in Florida, it's so dry. They've been dry for so long, and they're actually under a red flag warning, which is indications of potentials for more fires. So this dry air is just sitting right over them, and they can't do anything about that. That's not going to move anywhere. We have a little bit of moisture in our region here in Missouri, which is just bringing us clouds, no rain. We're not going to see any rain at all from that. And here on the radar in the Northeast, we actually have winter storm warnings right now for the northeastern sections of the United States. But look at this, nice and clear for everybody else, and that's going to bring down those temperatures for tonight. So on the current map, you can see the heavy snow up here in the Northeast associated with that low that went through last night, and the cold front draped all the way down through the Southeast region. And Ashley is here to give us our extended forecast.
As Becca was saying, snow in the Northeast will be moving on out with that low pressure system, but our next system is coming on out of California. It will be moving in, as that low pressure will be bringing in southerly wind, which will bring in for warmer weathers this weekend. But this jet stream is what has brought us that cold weather. It will move on out, and that's going to move that snow out, and it will move right along with this low. But for tonight, for our U.S. regional, we can see this jet stream right in this 32-degree line. That is all that cold air. But behind it, we see nice warm air. And as on our regional temperatures, as we zoom in, we see that Wichita is at 38 tonight, and we see 29 in Springfield. And for tonight, we will see a low of 32, clear skies. Our winds will be out of the west and calm, and our sunrise is at 6:45 a.m. Now for a 5-day forecast, on Friday, we will see a high of 58 and a low of 39 and sunny skies. On Saturday, we'll see mostly sunny skies, and a high of 59 and a low of 39. On Sunday, a high of 54. And Monday and Tuesday, we're going to see a warm-up. But as we move on in, John and Maggie, to the into Thanksgiving, we will see a nice low-pressure system move in. This could bring some rain by Thanksgiving and cooler temperatures.
Well, at least we're seeing those 60s in there somewhere still.
It sounds like it's going to be a cold Thanksgiving, though. Hopefully the turkey and stuffing will keep me warm, because I plan on eating a lot of it. So, all right. Well, thanks, Ashley. We'll see you next time.
Coming up after the break, Sports Director Stephanie Wilga will be here to talk Billiken sports.
So stick around.